almost 70 yards in the first half running the football. Eric Stevens is the perfect back for this offense for Texas Tech.
All right, the second half underway. Texas Tech will have the football at the 20. Let's go down to Coach Brewster.
Gus, Mike Sherman with the Texas A&M Aggies got really comfortable there in the second quarter. I thought that they offensively, they really got some rhythm. He felt good about it. It's all about finish, Gus. You know that with the Aggies. They've got to finish. Losing is not an option. Tommy Tuberville says they got to play more base defense to be able to stop the run of the Aggies.
And Coach, what does base defense mean?
Yeah, they're going to play with 4 down linemen, Gus, and 3 linebackers, 4 secondary players.
First down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Torres underneath, and he's jumped on Terrence Frederick with the tackle.
I think this first series is so huge, especially for Texas A&M's defense, because the collapses in the second half, much of it lays at their feet. Can they get a stop early and help their confidence?
And Doege firing to the far side. Cornelius Douglas with the reception. So for A&M, they have led for 270 minutes of football. They've led for 250 of those 270 minutes over the middle. Doege, oh, what a nice catch. All hands and a flag on the play. Eric will make that Marcus Kennard with the reception.
Remember, he had a big drop early in the game that could have been a touchdown, trying to atone for it with a big hands catch there.
Pass interference by number 7 of the defense. The penalties decline. It's a first down.
Top of your screen. Breaking on the football. They called it on number 7, but that's Coriel Judy, number 5, who's on that coverage.
Pickup of 17 yards. And Stevens running, and he's slung down by Jonathan Stewart. So he mentioned second half collapses for Texas A&M.
See, Tech's been comfortable with this all along. See, A&M's been outscored 31-0 in the third quarter alone.
Second and 6. The last 2 games against Oklahoma State, A&M led 20-3 at halftime, lost the game. Against Arkansas, A&M led 35-17 at the break.
And look at the explosive plays given up, 18 of 10 or more. That's why I'm talking about how important this series is for A&M's defense, because doubt is in their mind already from what's happened the last 2 games. Can they find a way to push that doubt aside and start gaining some confidence? They have to do it on defense. Texas Tech, they've been down 3 out of the 4 games they played. They're comfortable in this spot and confident they can move the ball.
Third down and 3 at the 49. Doege. And incomplete. Great situation for Texas A&M if they get off the field right here. And they will. Here comes the Texas Tech punt team.
And if I'm Texas A&M now, I do not really have my regular punt return unit on. I play punt safe with my defense, and I look for a fake here. It's a great situation for Texas Tech because of field position. But if I'm A&M, all I want is the football, and think about how good that defense would feel going to the bench, having shut them down on the first series.
Red Raiders send it away, flag on the play. And this one will be downed inside the 5.
They may have to kick this one again. I saw young Erxleben face.
An illegal formation on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty and replay 4th down.
That's one of those SIWs, Gus, that Tim Brewster talks to us about all the time, a self-inflicted wound. They had the ball killed inside the 5-yard line. Now they've got to punt it again. So you get to test your punter. Can young Ryan Erxleben do something like that a second time? I know I'm getting old because I remember Ryan Erxleben's father, Russell Erxleben, at Texas, and a first-round pick with the New Orleans Saints as a punter and a kicker.
So Erxleben will punt it from the 30. Kendrick McNeil back deep at the 15. And a fair catch signal at the 13-yard line. 31-20. Texas A&M with the lead and the football.
breakfast, try our spicy chicken biscuit.
AT&T and Verizon charge you extra for going over 2 gigabytes of data. T-Mobile slows down your data speed. With Sprint, you don't get charged extra and you don't slow down. And you get unlimited data, text, and calling to any mobile for only $79.99. The best unlimited plan wins. Make the most of unlimited data with a brilliant screen on a pencil-thin phone. Introducing the Samsung Galaxy S2 Epic 4G Touch.
Capital One's new Cash Rewards card gives you a 50% annual bonus, so you earn 50% more cash. If you're not satisfied with 50% more cash, send it back. I'll be right here, waiting for it. Who wouldn't want more cash? I'll take it. I'll make it rain up in here.
The new Capital One Cash Rewards card. The card for people who want 50% more cash.
What's in your wallet? Sorry, I'll clean this up. Shouldn't have made it rain.
Fox College Football is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Welcome back to Jones Stadium here in Lubbock, Texas. And so far, Texas A&M hitting them with a jab, right hand, and a left hook.
And all of them landing. Cyrus Gray, his touchdown in the first half. Kristen Michael with a sprint. And Ryan Tannehill, the second of his 2 touchdowns rushing tonight. I would say that Texas A&M is going to lean heavily on all 3 of those players here in the second half as they try to protect the lead for the 3rd week in a row.
Tannehill in the first half, 12 of 16, 156 yards. Here's a play fake. Rolling out of the pocket, throws on the run, and incomplete. Intended for Nate Askew. Remember, Jeff Fuller has a concussion. They're starting star wide receiver, and he will not return to the game. So Askew getting more PT here in the second half.
And he's going to have to step his game up to do what Jeff Fuller normally to give the offense what Jeff Fuller normally gives them. I think they'll take about half of that production and be extremely happy. Good coverage on the play by DJ Johnson.
Ryan Swope has been quiet lately, and they hand it off to Michael. And Michael will get close to the 20-yard line.
Now, how good does A&M feel right now? Because that was a 2nd and 10 play, and they ran it inside for a good 5 on the crack here. That means the playbook is open. They can run it or throw it. Their call.
3rd down and 5 of the 19. They're 5 of 7 on 3rd down conversions. Tannehill out of the shotgun. With time over the middle, incomplete. And A&M will go 3 and out. Cody Davis, terrific defense. As Texas Tech will get it again.
He's known as a tackler, Gus. Had nearly 20 tackles last week against Kansas. Did a terrific job, pretty much running the route of the receiver with him and breaking up the pass. This should this should be good field position for Tech.
Zuzalik back deep, fields it to the 35. Trying to get outside and won't be able to do it. A 46-yard punt and a 2-yard return. Kyle Mangan with the tackle on special teams. Now, fans, show your school spirit by going to FoxSportsShop.com to get your official team gear today. That's FoxSportsShop.com. These guys already have their uniforms on. And a nice haircut. I like the haircuts.
And boy, one of the greatest bands in the country. Such precision when they operate.
First down at the 35. Aggie showing blitz. Incomplete. Ball thrown behind the intended receiver, Alex Torres.
Brew talked about teams settling in after the initial rush. I'm starting to feel confidence rising for the defense of A&M. They know they've got a long way to go, but they're starting to affect the offensive tech a little bit more than earlier.
Play fake, underneath route, nothing doing. Standing right on the play is Shawn Porter. Great job by the junior as Eric War goes down.
Look at the coverage. It's hard to throw when the coverage is this tight initially. Look at Shawn Porter. No retreat steps. Stepped inside the block and makes the tackle. Tremendous play.
3rd down and 10. Doege looking on the run. Incomplete. Almost intercepted. Damontre Moore dropping into coverage from his defensive end position.
So this is Damontre Moore. He's going to drop into coverage, keep his eyes back here, and see the play. Reroutes the receiver, gets his eyes back inside, and the ball hits him right between the 9 and the 4, which is exactly why he's playing outside linebacker and not tight end.
3 straight 3-and-outs to open the second half for these two teams. After scoring 51 points in the first half. That one almost.
Oh, we got a penalty.
And we do have a penalty. This will be running into the kicker. As Erxleben gets up slowly.
The kicker, number 21 of the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Stephen Terrell.
In a play you just cannot have. Your defense just got off the field on a 3-and-out. You've been struggling all year. He'll tell the coaches later he was blocked into it. It wasn't much of one. He's got to know where the point is to go across the body of the kicker, not directly into him.
Great acting job as well by Erxleben.
He just gave new life to a high-octane Texas Tech offense, and Mike Sherman knows those are the types of penalties that put your team in jeopardy as we look at the penalty situation tonight.
So Texas Tech will get it back at midfield. 1st down. Stevens in the backfield with Doege. Doege to the sideline. Ball caught by Franks, and Franks wrapped up. Great open field tackle by Terrence Frederick. These corners really starting to lock guys down now for A&M.
It's the corners, Gus, and it's also the outside linebackers getting out and getting more physical with receivers, rerouting them, making sure they don't get free releases off the line of scrimmage.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11, over the middle, Torres. This time they find a soft spot, and Garrick Williams makes the tackle, but how about Doege going through his progressions?
And this looks like a total bust because look at how easy Torres goes into the inside. No one at all in that position.
Doege rolling out of the pocket, and he'll dump it out of bounds.
You're right about Doege, Gus, with that cool in the pocket, you know, and being able to look over the defense. Knows where to go with the football when he gets blitzed with his hot reads and where the weak spots are. I'm really impressed with this young man.
Here's a kid that did not play his junior and senior year in high school because of knee injuries. One year was the right knee, the other year was the left knee. 2nd and 10. Doege. And they jump on him. 2nd sack of the day for Texas A&M, and that's Howard Matthews coming up with the tackle.
The true freshman. This is Matthews right here next to Caleb Russell, 47. Looked like he might drop off, stays with it, persistent against Eric Stevens, number 24, and ends up getting to Doege.
A loss of 7, 3rd down 17 at the 36. Could be 4-down territory for Texas Tech. Doege looking, steps up, wants to run, and will slide down, will gain a few. So now a decision has to be made by the Red Raiders, and it looks like they're going to bring in the field goal unit.
They have a lot more confidence right now in their field goal kicker in Donnie Corona. He's made 47 and 27 tonight.
This one from 49 yards away to make it a 1-possession game.
And almost no wind as I look at the top of the post.
Good snap, good hold. Oh, beautiful left to right draw.
I wish I could hit it like that harder.
Only with a stick. And this kid's having a terrific night. 9:10 to go. 3rd quarter. We've got a ball game, folks, in West Texas. 31-23, A&M.
We might live on different streets and have different schedules. But one night, every week, we all get together for some home cooking.
All these give safe drivers a discount, but only Allstate gives safe drivers more. A bonus check. Every 6 months they drive accident-free. So what's it going to be? Eeny, meeny, miny, or more? Shop less, get more. Make one.
Game we did earlier this year against Syracuse. Always big fan of USC. Was able to finally attend a game with a terrific foundation.
So now, Judy returns to the game to return along with Molina. And this will be Judy. And Judy crosses the 30 up to the 32, but a flag on the play.
Holding by number 18 of the return team. It's a 10-yard penalty, and it's a first down.
All right, let's check in with Kevin Frazier for Chick-fil-A Game Break.
All right, let's check in on Alabama once again, and A.J. McCarron having a huge night. He's 22 of 29, has a career-high 3 TD passes. That's McCarron to White for the TD there. 27-zip in the fourth quarter. Alabama leading Vandy. Meanwhile, unbeaten Michigan on the road. They've taken the lead. Denard Robinson, a small injury, but he's back in the game.
All right, Kevin, first down at 10 of the 15. The penalty, the holding penalty, will push the Aggies back. Tannehill playing without one of his big weapons. Jeff Fuller, concussion, out. Cyrus Gray in the backfield, and Tannehill confused at the line of scrimmage. And he'll call a timeout. So Tannehill walking over to the sideline to have a conversation. Meanwhile, on the other sideline, the High Plains Commander, Tommy Tuberville. That's his new nickname, folks. He used to be the Riverboat Gambler. But I don't think there's a lot of riverboat action here in West Texas. And when we talked to him yesterday, he was very interesting when we sat in his office. He said, special teams, huge in this game for us.
Yeah, it's an equalizer for them. We've seen Ben McRoy with some great kickoff returns, right? They actually had them pinned inside the 5 on the one punt, but they had a penalty, had to kick it again, and led them out to the 13. That's a huge play that could have gone for Texas Tech. Now, defensively, it's time for them to turn this thing around, and Donnie Corona's done very well kicking field goals. He's 3 for 3. So now they've got to turn around defensively with an opportunity. Shut Texas A&M down and give their offense the ball in great field position again.
He told us we have to make Texas A&M play with a long field. We can't give them a short field. They started their own 15 here. Sprint out, Tannehill got rid of it.
Now, was he outside the tackle box? That's what the referee's trying to determine right now.
Dartwan Bush giving chase, the sophomore from Clute, looking for his second sack of the season.
And watch Tannehill. Remember, the tackle box stops right there.
The quarterback was out of the pocket.
See? So he was okay. And the ball got to the line of scrimmage before it went out of bounds. So you've got to get it, 2 things. Outside the tackle box, get it back close to the line of scrimmage. We watched it, saw it, ball got there. Second down.
Second down at the 15-yard line. Second drive of the second half for A&M. And here's Gray bouncing it outside, cuts it back in, and he'll spin down at the 30 and pick up the first down. Texas A&M going back to their bread and butter.
And as important as this series is defensively for Texas Tech, it's equally important for A&M on the offensive side. They need to reward their defense, which came out in the second half and has played well.
Gray again on first down. And he's roughed up Kerry Hyder as well as Cody Davis combining on the tackle.
A&M's defense essentially got off the field with no points given up. They didn't have the roughing the kicker, the penalty, roughing the punter penalty. gave Tech another shot. Tech got 3 points out of it. Now A&M's offense needs to give their defense a good drive and help them out and pay it off with some points.
Started at the 15, 2nd and 6 at the 33. Tannehill, straight drop, in trouble. Fires sideline, and it's caught. Swope with the reception. What pocket presence. You're looking like Dan Marino on this play as he slides.
Look at him just step up, keeps his vision clear, and oftentimes when a quarterback's rush like that, his vision comes down and he sees the rush. Tannehill's vision stayed up, and he saw the secondary and the receivers and fired a strike for a first down.
First down now at the 46. A&M moving and grooving. Here's the handoff. Gray. And Gray still on his feet. And he'll push the pile toward the 50. About a 4-yard pickup. Jackson Richards, first man to him.
That play should have been for no yardage or maybe even a small loss. And he turned it into a 4-yard gain by force of will and tremendous leg power.
Michael returns, number 33, 2nd and 6 at midfield. Tannehill, incomplete. And maybe an injured receiver on the field. And that is Wachiku. And he's hurting, grabbing that right ankle. Now remember, they're already down Jeff Fuller, their other starter, out with the concussion. Now Wachiku, who's had a very solid game. 4 catches, 76 yards with a long of 40.
And he was affected most of last season with a high ankle sprain, was never himself until they got to the bowl game, had a month of rest, played pretty well against LSU. Looks like they're working on his foot right now.
We'll see if he can walk it off. His backup is Brandel Jackson, a junior from Navasota, Texas, number 4.
Now, Brandel Jackson has a catch tonight, I believe. I know he was on the field earlier in this game. But boy, down Fuller, down Wachiku. That means more pressure goes to Ryan Swope. In the pass game, he will be the primary target for Tannehill. Swope in the slot.
3rd down, 6 at midfield. Tannehill hit as he throws. It's caught.
Looks a little short.
By McNeil, Kenrick McNeil, but he may be short of the first down.
Remember, the first down line is unofficial, but in the slot.
And A&M looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down and 1. Here's a quarterback sneak. I don't know.
If he didn't get it, it's because he's not low enough on the quarterback sneak. He takes the snap, and he's essentially straight up with no power to move forward. You've got to get down and burrow behind your big offensive line when you run quarterback sneaks. You can't stand straight up and just get tagged with no leg drive.
And Texas Tech is saying they didn't get it. Doesn't look like they got it from here.
A&M will ask them to measure it. See, watch Tannehill. He's straight up and down. You've got to get down low and burrow behind your big guy. See him? There's no drive there. There's no force. He's getting a push from Michael from behind, but a really nice job inside. He's 6'4". I'm talking about Tannehill. He's got to make himself about 5'8" to run the quarterback sneak.
And it doesn't look like he's even close to the line. And this place is going to erupt. This series, folks, dates back to 1927. These two teams were great rivals in the legendary Southwest Conference. We asked Tommy Tuberville why A&M as opposed to Texas, and he told us because we feel that we can beat them. First down and 10 at the 45. Doege in the shotgun. Doege underneath. Jacoby Franks with the reception. And Garrick Williams comes up with the tackle.
No reward for A&M's defense from their offense. And now here comes Texas Tech right back at them, moving the football.
2nd and 6. And Crawford this time, running it, the senior from Memphis, Tennessee. That brings up 3rd down and 3 at the 48. Big play.
Let's see if A&M decides they want to bring a little pressure to get the ball out of Daege's hands quicker on this play.
Doege usually goes over the middle to Torres when he needs a big play. Doege over the middle, caught. But this time, it's Eric Ward. First down, Red Raiders.
Nice scouting report, partner. Didn't matter who it was, it went across the middle. Perfect target.
First down again. Doege going for the home run in the corner. Oh! What a catch! Torres unable to stay in bounds. Seth Doege going for the home run.
Look at Torres stretching out. Makes the catch. Foot down. Oh, boy. I think if this gets reviewed, let's see. Number one, I think it's a catch initially, but he didn't hold it all the way through completion of the catch. So it will not be a touchdown, even if it's reviewed. All right, everything looked good, but he didn't complete the catch. Now the Tech fans are excited, but they're going to be really disappointed when this comes through, because this is not a catch.
Tommy Tuberville jumping off the sideline. Great officiating as we take another look.
See, Torres is doing everything perfectly here. Stretch catch, concentration, catches the football, has the foot down. That would be a touchdown, but that ball's out and bounces to the ground, and then he covers it with his body and still doesn't have possession of it. No catch, no touchdown. Well done by the officials.
Now, the ruling on the field was an incomplete pass.
And they've got it right.
And the play is not being challenged.
They've got it right. Well done by the officiating crew. They were all over it. If that play was complete, this place would be rocking. We might be carried away by the momentum of this crowd.
Long time remaining in this ball game. 5:30. Seth Doege. You can see his confidence growing.
Look, he took one shot there. Doesn't mean he doesn't come back and try it again.
2nd and 10 at the 34. Doege in trouble. Over the middle, incomplete. Jacoby Franks not ready for the football. Doege had to throw it a little quicker than he wanted to because he was under pressure.
All right, watch coming across the middle. Excuse me. He takes a big hit there, Seth Doege does, from Howard Matthews, the free safety. Had to get rid of the football. Love the 3rd down conversion percentage, but there's no bigger one than the one they've got right now. Momentum trying to sneak its way over to Tommy Tuberville's sideline. I'm not really sure why they had the conference. I thought they might come out and let us know, but they say, let's go play. Big 3rd down.
They need 10 yards at the 34.
Watch the pressure here or here. Let's see.
Here's Doege looking, bouncing. He'll run it. Doege dives, and he'll pick up 6.5, 7. Are we in 4-down territory, or do you go for the field goal?
I kick it again because now you get points, another positive when you're still in the 3rd quarter. I don't turn down any points here. That could be valuable later.
Donnie Corona has been excellent 2 49-yard field goals and a 27-yarder. This one from 45 yards away.
Uh-oh. If they jumped.
A false start by number 72 of the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it's still 4th down.
Now he's got a strong leg, partner. His long in his career is 52. This one backs him up to what, a 50-yard kick?
Yep.
Not out of the realm for Donnie Corona, but you sure hate to see that.
Remember, he's kicked 2 49-yarders, and the 49-yarders that he's made, he probably could have knocked him down from 55. A 50-yard field goal for Corona. And blocked! Picked up! A&M! Down the sideline! Frederick, did he get there? Touchdown Aggies! 65 yards!
Watch the left side. Oops, actually it turned out to be the right side. Dustin Harris, number 22, coming around the corner for the block.
Extra point, good. Texas A&M taking a 38-23 lead in dramatic fashion. The Aggies doing whatever it takes to win a ball game. A&M sending it away. McRoy will not get an opportunity once again, but let's go back to this terrific looking block for Texas A&M.
Right here, Dustin Harris. Now in the break, Brew made a great point with us. Longer field goals, you try and kick lower because of the distance. Well, when it's a lower kick, trying to drive it, it gives the defense a better opportunity to block it. Harris's jump was tremendous. He was there, longer field goal attempt, lower kick, blocks it, and Terrence Frederick takes it the other way. Now it's a 2-possession game. Both would need to be touchdowns for Tech, and they would need a 2-point conversion.
First down to the 20. Stevens. And Stevens gains 8.5. Garrick Williams drags him down from behind. But remember, this Texas Tech offense, they can score points in bunches.
We watched the Kansas tape, Gus. How long did it take them to erase a 20-point lead? Almost no time.
Doege in trouble. And he will fire this one to the ground for an incompletion. DeMontre Moore bearing down on the quarterback. And his intentional grounding is the question.
There's no foul for intentional grounding. The contact caused the ball to go loose.
I like the way they got together and discussed it. What did you see? What did you have? What did you have? And came to the conclusion, which appears to be the correct call.
This crew has done a terrific job tonight. 3rd down and 2 at the 28-yard line. The handoff, Stevens, and a first down.
Nice, tough inside run by Eric Stevens, picking up a very important first down for Texas Tech. Still moving with a nice pace. Texas A&M's defense cannot afford to relax with this lead.
Doege pulls it down. Thought about throwing it, and he'll just take positive yardage as Jonathan Stewart grabs him. A gain of 5 on 1st and 10.
Tim, I think the coverage has gotten better over this last week for Texas A&M in the secondary.
Yeah, it really has, CD. You can see that they've spent some time, they've worked. They were too complicated. They've simplified the system a little bit, CD.
2nd down and 5. Stevens with a hold. And Stevens picks up the first down and some. Eric Stevens gains 12. And how about the patience of this Tech offense?
Look, they know they're still in the 3rd quarter, and they know they have quick strike ability. They're not going to have to push everything downfield early.
Doege pumps, flushed out with room. Doege, oh, he slips. He may have had 15 more yards.
Oh, if he's able to stay on his feet. He's got all kinds of real estate open in front of him as he got to the middle of the Texas A&M defense.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2. Stevens again, first down. Red Raiders. Ben Bass with the tackle. But Tech really moving the ball on A&M. And the Aggies linemen up front breathing really hard. First down. Doege looking, he's got pressure. Backside, and he'll dump it.
Now Texas A&M's going to run people off the sideline to get some of those guys you talked about, Gus, to the bench and get them some rest. Look at this mass substitution. Guys are trying their best. Look at them. They're not exactly sprinting. Go to the sideline. They're gassed out a little bit. It looks like a hockey game. I know the NHL season just started. Guys coming over the wall, line shift, and A&M gets it done.
Changing on the fly, 2nd and 10 at the 40. Crawford in the backfield now. Doege finds Crawford in the flats, and Crawford turns it up and gets close to first down. Aaron Crawford stopped by Stephen Jenkins, and he'll pick up 7.
Aaron Crawford's father, Xavier, was once one of the top recruits in the nation before matriculating at Memphis State University as a running back.
3rd down and 3. They give it to him. First down and more as Crawford spins. Demontre Moore with the tackle.
And they want to go even quicker now. Look how fast they're trying to move. Texas Tech, they want to get out there and keep Texas A&M on their heels.
DeAndre Washington is checked in at running back now for Tech. Doege rolls, throws, nice catch, nice throw. Jacoby Franks out of bounds inside the 5.
How about Doege's movement in and out of the pocket? You talked about Ryan Tannehill's earlier partner. How about Doege keeping the play alive, moving, and his receiver making himself available for the pass?
First down and goal at the 5. 12th play of the drive. Doege flips it out. And incomplete. Eric Stevens, the intended receiver. And Stevens holding his left knee.
And Demontre Moore also appears to be hurt on the play from Texas A&M.
Wow.
This is the 2nd time Demontre Moore has been down this game, and I'm not sure. Well, I refuse to speculate on injury. We'll have to see if we see a replay how this might have happened.
And you may want to look away, folks, when we show you this replay.
Demontre Moore closing. Stevens a little off balance on the tackle. Oh, that young man.
Okay, we're going to step away. 1:56 to go, 3rd quarter, 38-23 A&M. Back after this. Let's see how the Red Raiders react to one of their warriors going down on his shield. 2nd down and goal at the 5. Aaron Crawford, the senior, comes in along with Washington, and they hand it off to Crawford, and Jared Eddy is there for the tackle. That brings up 3rd down and goal at the 5, and at this point, Texas Tech, they need touchdowns.
Yeah, this could be the 2-down territory we've been speculating on all game. They could very well say we're down here again no matter what. They could be going for it on 2 downs here if necessary. And I don't think they run it inside here. They let Doege create with the pass.
Doege Drops back in the corner. Touchdown! Aaron Ward!
Eric Ward has been great. Look to the top of your screen. He'll be wearing 18 in black, working against Dustin Harris. Drives him inside, goes back to the corner, and then is able to use his body to keep Dustin Harris away from the football. And the throw by Seth Doege. Gosh, you know how many times I talk about people driving the football as the extra point is added? He drove that football on the throw. That was not just a lollipop out there, stepped into it, did not fall off of the throw, and powered it to the outside so Dustin Harris couldn't get it.
Offside, number 22 of the defense. The penalty is declined. The points are good.
So with 1:17 remaining in the third quarter, a one-possession game, 38-30. Eric Ward with the 5-yard touchdown catch. And Darren Moore and Eric Ward this year, although we haven't called Darren Moore's name because he has a severe ankle injury that he's trying to rebound from. But it's been Eric Ward along with Alex Torres this evening that have been big factors for the Red Raiders. Jacoby Franks as well.
Eric Ward has had 2 touchdowns in each of his last 3 games. The last Texas Tech receiver, and he only has 1 now, the last Texas Tech receiver to do that in 3 straight games was Michael Crabtree. And we still have a 4th quarter to go with Texas Tech running this offense. They keep the pressure on you all game long. So guess what? Texas A&M's offense, you can't relax. You have to try and answer.
Judy and Molina back deep. Molina will take a knee in the end zone. And Texas A&M will start from the 20-yard line. Terrific job tonight by Donnie Corona. Although he did have that last field goal attempt blocked, he has done a terrific job of making sure that the Red Raiders pin this Texas A&M squad.
Brew, as a coach, where's the pressure right now? A&M's offense or Tech's defense?
A&M's offense. A&M's got to move the ball here, CD. Texas Tech feels really good about themselves. They've been here before.
First down and 10 at the 20. Out of the offset eye. Michael, the deep man, they give it to him with the hole. And Michael gets 8 yards on the play. DJ Johnson with the tackle.
Offensive line of Texas A&M is doing work here in the second half.
2nd and 2. Out of the eye. Michael. And he won't get it. Whoa! He is corralled and taken to the ground by Culin Hubert. He just grabbed him and said, "Come here."
And the linebackers of Texas Tech just played straight downhill, sold out on that 2nd and short run, that it would be a run, and hit it on the move.
A loss of 1, 3rd down and 3. At the 27, they need to go to the 30 for first down. Remember, Tannehill can run. Tannehill fires. Swope. 2nd drop pass of the night. And A&M goes 3 and out.
My initial thought was that sure looked like a pretty good pass to Ryan Swope for that one to go through his hands. That would have been a big first down pickup for A&M. Tech gets off the field defensively.
Aggies send it away. Zuzalik lets it go. What a great Aggie bounce, and it'll be down at the 5-yard line.
One of the 5
68-yard punt. That's the end of the third quarter, folks, with the score. Texas A&M 38, Tech 30. Back to Lubbock after this. quarters.
Yeah, and on the punt, Zuzalik, he should have caught the football. One of the cardinal rules in punt returning, don't let the ball bounce. That ball ended up hitting on the 29-yard line. It rolls all the way back to the 5. Look at the field position given up by Texas Tech.
So Doege backed up close to his own end zone. He'll hand it off to Aaron Crawford. And Crawford won't go very far, maybe a yard. Sean Porter with the tackle. And you look at these two teams and what they've done this evening as we start the fourth quarter. A&M with 353 yards in total offense. Tech with 378. Doege. Incomplete. Intended for Cornelius Douglas.
See, that field position has changed what Neil Brown, the offensive coordinator, wants to do in play calling. He ran a probing play inside, hoping to find a little space, didn't get it. Second down, he has to throw it short if he wants it out of his quarterback's hands.
Third down and 9 at the 7. Here come the Aggies on the blitz. Over the middle, ball caught. Cornelius Douglas, but he'll be a half-yard short of the first down.
You got to kick it away. This isn't even a question if you're Texas Tech. I can hear the crowd now, but you cannot turn the ball over here on downs in this situation. It changed the whole play calling when Austin Zuzalik did not go over and catch the punt. And A&M should benefit with field position after this exchange.
Erks Laban from his 1-yard line. And this one, McNeil bounces it outside. McNeil, terrific run as he gets to the 35. A 39-yard punt and a 19-yard return.
Tackle made by number 33, Jimmy.
Brew, how about this change in field position when the punt returner doesn't catch it? I know you taught your guys about the 5 don'ts in the kicking game.
That's exactly right. See, that's you know, they've tilted the field. The field position is now totally in A&M's favor.
First down. Gray.
This looks like, I would not be surprised to see A&M play a lot of big boy football right here, Gus. Big fellas up front, pound them, hand the football off and run it.
But this time, Cyrus Gray will pick up maybe 1.5 yards on the play. Leon Mackey with the tackle, makes it 3rd down and 2.
A&M has run the zone read with Tannehill with great success, but they want to keep it in his hands and throw it. He can throw it from inside or outside the pocket.
They hand it off. Gray bounces outside, gets a first down. That's a terrific run. DJ Johnson makes the tackle, but it's a gain of 10 on 3rd and 2.
And this is one I think Cyrus Gray made on his own, because I felt like the push was good by the defensive front, and he just beat him to the corner.
First down. Here's a bubble screen. Ball caught and out of bounds for Texas A&M.
There's Michael Lamoth,
the tight end.
And with the loss of Fuller, Awachaku a little bit gimpy, they've got to turn to other people to make plays. That was Lamoth, 19, who caught the last pass. Now he lines up at fullback. Versatile.
2nd down and 1. Straight ahead. Skipping. And Gray will get the ball inside the 5.
Big guys up front, you know they're snorting for a chance, an opportunity to run this football into the end zone. That's what they live for. You see Big Brian Thomas, 71, hunkering down. Patrick Lewis, 61. Let's see if they try and do that.
Tannehill throws. Lamar breaks a tackle. 2 tackles. Touchdown A&M. extra effort and toughness by the sophomore tight end.
Tech got what they wanted, which was pressure inside, but Tannehill gets it open. And look at that effort. And his body does not hit the ground before the ball crosses the plane. What a tremendous play by number 19, Michael Lamoth, to convert the touchdown.
Extra point up and good. Let me correct myself. Lamoth, a junior from New Iberia, Louisiana. So with 11:59 to play in the fourth, 45-30, A&M.
In the pocket, you can see why he was able to be a good receiver for A&M before he took over the quarterback position.
11:59 remaining in the fourth quarter, 45-30. A&M remaining aggressive in the second half this evening. They have Robert Griffin and the Baylor Bears next week at home.
And they've had to stay aggressive because Texas Tech keeps the pressure on you with their offense. They don't ever allow you to relax because of their ability to score.
Line drive picked up at the 30-yard line. So Tech will get excellent field position as they cross the 45. Look at the scrum. Look at the scrum. Wow, all the way up to midfield.
I certainly hope that was a mishit by the kicker, because I can't imagine trying to squib kick now and give up all that field position.
And that was Hubert, the linebacker, on special teams, showing a sense of urgency. And now Texas Tech with the ball with 11:47 to go, two-possession game at midfield. First down and 10. Crawford in the backfield for Stevens, out with a knee injury. This ball caught, nicely done. Zuzalik stopped by Garrett Williams, gains 11. And in one play, they're at the A&M 40. First down. Crawford running. Crawford runs into his own teammate, and he'll pick up 9 yards on the play.
This game, this rivalry, starting to spill over a little bit. Sean Porter getting into it a little bit behind the play. The emotions are going to run high in this game. You framed it perfectly. The last time these two will meet, one of the most underappreciated rivalries in the country. People may not know about it, but these two teams, they get after it.
Second down and 1 at the 31. Doege standing in strong, incomplete. That one underthrown to Eric Ward. Third down and 2 at the 32. Crawford with the handoff in the first down. Caleb Russell. And you look at those defensive linemen for Texas A&M. It's hard sledding for them. Hands on their hips, breathing heavily.
Remember how much
mouth open.
Yeah, you remember how much they were rolling linemen in and out in the first half? Not doing it nearly as much in the second.
First down. Doege over the middle. Caught once again by Adam James. And Adam has had a terrific game. 3 receptions, including a touchdown. Jonathan Stewart with the tackle, a gain of 6.
Tech just keeps applying the pressure, keeps continuing to play fast.
Second and 4. Doege over the middle. Once again, Adam James. 4th catch. First down, pickup of 7.
And Jonathan Stewart asked to come out of the game and was waved back in by the bench of Texas A&M. They needed substitutions, and they have another man down.
Trent Hunter.
He's their starting free safety, one of the leaders on the team. I mean, Tech never backs off the pressure they apply as an offense. And if you're a defense trying to make substitutions, trying to play, you really need to be in shape to play against this Texas Tech offense. Take a look at Trent Hunter, number 1, coming up to make the tackle on Adam James. He makes the hit, and then he catches a shot from his teammate, Caleb Russell, in the back. That hurt way more than the tackle he was applying to Adam James. One thing I've noticed in this whole ball game, Gus, and you've talked about Seth Doege all night long too. It takes a lot of hits in the pocket, but he's always right back up, getting the play moving, signaling. He's a tough guy. We watched him on tape against Kansas. Remember that hit he took in the first quarter? Never missed a play. Came right back. No interceptions tonight on 53 throws. Has rarely made a bad decision all along. Really enjoyed watching him move in the pocket as Trent Hunter goes out of the game. No, the crowd is not happy about it, Gus, but he sure looked like he took a shot from his teammate. Remember, Stephen Campbell is not here, not playing that. Howard Matthews is playing for him. So who comes in now? Probably Stephen Terrell. He's next on the depth chart, number 21.
So both the starting safeties out of the game. Let's see if Doege recognizes that and goes over the middle. Here's Doege over the middle. Incomplete. He was under major pressure by Stephen Jenkins.
And almost put the whammy on him, talking about him not making any mistakes. Look over here. Sean Porter, Howard Matthews try to overload on the blitz. Matthews in his first start is playing well at safety.
And Washington running the football. 3rd down and 8. Doege in trouble over the middle and complete. Washington, the intended receiver, he would have had to make a tough catch, but he had 2 hands on the football.
Normally Doege is so accurate, he keeps the running back or the receivers on their feet. But because of the pressure from Matthews, he's a little inaccurate. Can't keep Washington on his feet to make the catch.
So Doege trots off the field. 9:39 to play. Red Raiders are going to go for 3.
If he makes it, it'll make it a 12-point deficit.
From 30 yards away. Oh! Good! It hit the upright and took a Texas Tech bounce. Sometimes it's better to be a little lucky. That was good.
The surprise is they've been pretty aggressive all game long. I think that's probably the biggest surprise that's registered here, that they decided to kick it in that situation with 9:34 left on the clock, and the defense has been struggling most of the night.
However, there's still 9 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in this game. An eternity in college football.
Which means now that Texas Tech defense has to make a play or two. They just absolutely have to pay off that decision.
McNeil, Molina back deep. McNeil. And McNeil gets to the 28-yard line. Now let's go to Los Angeles for a Chick-fil-A game break with Kevin Frazier.
Gus, let's check in on Stanford, and boy, is Andrew Luck cruising. He fires to Griff Whalen for the touchdown here because no one can bring him down. Stanford big over Colorado, 48-7 is your score late. They get Washington State next.
So Andrew Luck, a Heisman hopeful. Stanford continuing to roll, 1st and 10 at the 27. Michael and Michael. 8 yards on the play. Cody Davis brings him down. So let's see if this A&M squad, with their tremendous running game, can impose their will on Texas Tech. As Michael submarines down, he'll be about a yard short of the 1st down. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 1 at the 36. Red Raiders need to get off the field.
Remember, the quarterback sneak didn't work very well against a stacked front. If you're going to run it, hand it to the running back.
Christian Michael looking, dives forward and picks up the 1st down.
And that was set up by a big run on 1st down. That gave you 2nd and short, 3rd and short with the ability to pick up the 1st down. I want to see if Chad Glasgow, the defensive coordinator for Texas Tech, tries to sell out a little bit on 1st and 10 versus this run game of Texas A&M to try and create a big play, or at least a negative run, and get a 2nd and long for his defense. And know what's holding him back is Tannehill's ability to throw the ball off the play action.
A&M with 222 yards rushing. Michael pops it outside, spins. Kristen Michael almost breaking that when DJ Johnson with the stop.
See, and they did try to sell out here coming at him, and the offensive front still handled it. Nice block by Lamoth, the fullback, handling the pressure coming from Terrence Bullitt, number 1, to create the crease for Kristen Michael.
2nd down and 5, clock running. Texas A&M, determined 2nd half after losing the previous 2 games. Michael looking, 1st down, A&M.
You know, at a lot of college programs, when a team wins a game, they feed them steaks. All right, you get steak when you win. Right now, if Texas A&M wins this game, this offensive line gets porterhouse. All right, you don't fool around, just give them the basic sirloin. If they win this game, you give those big guys what they want. And that's a big, juicy porterhouse because of what they're doing to the defensive front of Texas Tech.
First down at the 48 of Texas Tech. Cyrus Gray this time, and he's dropped for a loss. Culin Hubert shoots the gap and makes a play.
This is what I was wondering. Look in the middle. Would Chad Glasgow start to bring these linebackers? And here they come. As you called it, Gus, shot the gap. And Michael goes down with a little help. Looked like Blake Dees, 25, helped finish him off. And that's the kind of play you need to help your defense. 2nd and 14 now.
At the 48-yard line. Gray in the backfield. Tannehill firing down the field. Incomplete. Wachaku back in the game. And that brings up a huge 3rd down. And 14 at the 48-yard line.
Really good coverage down the corner. Now, if you're Texas A&M, are you going to throw to get it? Do you run draw here for the 2-score lead?
3rd and 14 at the 48. Cyrus Gray in the backfield. Twan Bush. What a game he's had tonight. With 5:57 and counting.
We've watched the pressure coming. The pit, the big guys. Bush, look at him pursue. Bush from the top. Dees also involved.
Zuzalik needs to make a smart play here.
Keep your feet, keep your heels on the 10-yard line and don't retreat.
Epperson, wobbly kick. Zuzalik coming up to make the catch. Nicely done. 5:25 to play in the fourth. 45-33 A&M. Red Raiders with the football. Johnson, Charles Davis, Tim Brewster. This young man has had a knack for coming back in games.
Look at what he's done already this year. Easy one with Texas State, down 10 early. Nevada, he had to throw the game-winning touchdown pass with about 40 seconds left on the clock. And then they were down 20-0 in the first quarter against Kansas before reeling them in and exploding. Second quarter, third quarter, and won that one going away.
First and 10 line is brought to you by Russell Athletic. But he's going to have to do it quickly. 5:25 remaining in the fourth.
And so that means for Texas A&M and Tim DeRuyter's defense, you can't give up explosives. Make them run a lot of plays if they're going to score.
Underneath, and he completes his first pass to his roommate, Zuzalik. A gain of 6.
See, if A&M could make this a 10-play drive for Texas Tech to get points, they would be satisfied with that. Tech, they're going to have to push it a little bit quicker.
Doege pulls it down and sacked from behind. Fumbles the football, but it's covered up by the Red Raiders, and Tony Jared Eddy with the tackle.
Never quit pursuing on the play. Doege looking downfield, strips the ball free on the sack, and alertly picked up by the offensive line of Texas Tech to keep the drive going.
3rd down and 12 at the 23. Doege over the middle, caught. Going up and bringing it down is Eric Ward.
And that'll make it 4th and short. That's a huge catch for Eric Ward as he takes the big hit across the middle from Jonathan Stewart.
4th down and 2 at the 33. Aaron Crawford in the backfield. And a timeout called by A&M.
Texas A&M calls their second timeout of the half.
So that means A&M now down to 1 timeout. That's all that's left. But if you're, to me right here, Gus, the ball's got to be in Seth Doege's hands. There's no handoff inside here. All right, you've lost your best runner in Stevens. I know Crawford's a short yardage guy, but you've got to keep it in Doege's hands and let him make a play, because he does have enough in his feet if he move out of the pocket if necessary. Tim, what do you like here if you're calling offense?
You know, again, I think you got to keep it in Seth Doege's hands. I think, he's got to throw the ball quick. Ball's got to come out quick. Option routes. Give their guys the option of going in and out in a 5-6 yard area.
Doege, 37 of 57, 303, 2 touchdowns. 4th down and 2 at the 33.
3 receivers to one side. That means he's got choices all to that side on those option routes Tim talked about.
They're showing blitz. Doege hit as he throws, incomplete. And Doege's hurt.
Watch as this play unfolds. Look at all the pressure that's going to come. It's going to be right there. Howard Matthews, number 31, who comes front side and affects the play in a big way. The first career start for the true freshman, Howard Matthews, and he's had quite the evening playing for Texas A&M.
Texas Tech with 3 timeouts. And here's Cyrus Gray running the football. Cyrus Gray, a flag on the play.
So they're able to keep a timeout in their pocket because of the flag and stopping the clock.
Holding number 81 of the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty, and it's still 1st down.
And that's Hicks.
See, the Tech would love to have been able to turn down, the down. Yeah, but they had no choice because of the gain on the play. If they had stacked up the play, they would have gone to second down because they need the ball back and conserve time. This actually allows Texas A&M to run an extra play, even though they got behind the chains on first down. And now the clock has started again as they've reset, and of course Texas A&M is going to take their time.
First down and 20. And Cyrus Gray spinning.
You have to use your timeouts here if you're Texas Tech, I would believe.
And a timeout, 3:20 to play, fourth quarter, 45-33, A&M. But the Red Raiders, Charles, have had all sorts of opportunity tonight.
He blocked field goal that got returned, cost him points, obviously. Not catching a punt cost him 25 yards of field position. Hurt them big time because A&M took over and ended up scoring points off of it.
Second down and 15 at the 38, and Cyrus Gray running the football. But the bigger point right now, Charles, with 3 minutes and 11 seconds remaining, this Texas A&M squad, they're 3-11 away from rebounding and kind of exercise.
Tannehill to Michael Lamar.
Ryan Tannehill has just played a sensational all-around game. His leadership skills have been off the charts. He hands this one off to Gray, trying to get outside, waste a little time as he slides down, inbounds, and keeps the clock moving.
The ball carrier.
And you got to give a lot of credit to Mike Sherman. When we talked to him on this week on our conference call, there was absolutely zero panic in his voice.
You can tell he's a guy who's been around. Remember, he was the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. You talk about pressure. You know, you've got Brett Favre. Everybody expects you to win all the time. They've won Super Bowls there before. They got to the Super Bowl under Mike Holmgren and won it once and got beat a second time. So that's just tradition. And then he ends up having one losing season, and he's out. So this guy's been around it before. He caught all the criticism of the Arkansas game for not being aggressive and going for it. The punter didn't punt it very well, hurt him field position-wise. He's not going to panic. You nailed it perfectly. He's not that type of a guy.
And now Tommy Tuberville, you wonder if he will be second-guessed for kicking the field goal and not going for 6 when they had an opportunity.
I think it's a legitimate question because normally they press it. So it was a little bit of a surprise they didn't go there.
Zuzalek with the fair catch inside the 10. 2:55 to go, 45-33. So the Red Raiders will start from their own 9.
So Dakey took that big hit last series, bounced right up. Looked like it was a shoulder where he was holding it, but he's right back in the lineup.
Kid can really play the game. 37 of 58, 306 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Dakey passing out of his end zone, underneath. And the ball caught. I tell you what, Eric Ward has been awesome this evening. Seven catches, make that 8 catches for 112 yards for Ward.
Had to step up the game because Darren Moore, their normal #1 receiver, has been missing the last couple of games due to the injury you cited earlier.
Second down and 2. Dakey lines up. That one thrown short. And that may be the throw, Charles, that he has a little bit of problems with.
Normal for just most quarterbacks. And then after the hit he just took last time, may have taken a little extra steam off of the throw. That's a long throw from hash mark to the opposite sideline. We did see it drive it a couple of times pretty well this evening, though.
Third down and 2 at the 28. Dakey to Ward, and nothing doing. Nicely done by the Texas A&M defense. Ben Bass, Caleb Russell.
Hard to throw those screens to wide receivers against what we call hard coverage or rolled up coverage. They're already out there on top of the receiver. Hard to get blocking angles.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 5. Sideline play, out of bounds for Ward. And he will pick up the first down.
Nice understanding where the first down line was, picking it up, getting out of bounds to conserve time.
Please set the game clock to 1:53. 1:53.
This Texas Tech team has a bright future this year.
Oh, there's no doubt. Think of how young they are. Where they have one senior starter on offense, and one on defense and 2 on offense.
3 total. Dagey, seam route, and a late flag has been thrown. Cornelius Douglas, the intended receiver, covered on the play by Sean Porter, who will pick up the flag.
And you like what they've done tonight.
Pass interference by number 10 of the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty, and it's an automatic first down.
Because you framed it up coming into the game that they hadn't really beaten anyone. This is the first major competition. They've been in it the whole way. But next week, they get a tough one. Kansas State, who is 5-0, homecoming here in Lubbock.
Kansas State defeating Missouri this afternoon. First down and 10 at the 40. And they go up top, caught Torres. And he'll go down at the 30-yard line with 1:38 to go. Wait a minute. No timeouts remaining for Texas Tech.
Holding number 78 of the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty, and replay the down.
That's the left guard, Lonnie Edwards, and this one will come all the way back.
One of those explosives that Texas A&M did not want to give up. Left guard would be Lonnie Edwards. Working against Ben Bass, number 90. Gets his arms extended. And when you get the arms out away from the body, it's very easy for the officials to see.
1:35 to go. 45-33, A&M trying to snap a 2-game losing streak and pick up their first conference win of the season. Dagey trying to wind up and nothing doing. Spencer Neely with the tackle. 1:13 remaining, no timeouts. Dagey again, over the middle. Caught. Marquez down at the 30. 37 yards. Clock stops with the first down to move the chains.
Now if you're Texas A&M, your biggest worry is if they score quickly, you've still got to handle onside kick.
50 seconds. Dagey looking. Dagey to the sideline. Jacoby Franks won't get the first down. Clock still running as they... Well, they do give him the first. The clock stops at 42 seconds. Lionel Smith with the tackle. And a timeout, Texas A&M. Wow.
Texas A&M uses their second timeout of the half.
Dagey throws it in the end zone. Touchdown! Torres, 20 yards with 31 seconds left. 45-39.
Look at Seth Dagey getting the ball adjusted. Good protection from his offensive line, so he's got a clean pocket. And another nice throw across the middle. And an excellent grab for the touchdown.
Extra point is up and good.
So maybe Tommy Tuberville saying, this is why I kicked the field goal. I'm still in position right now with an onside kick. I get the ball back with a chance to win the football game.
5-point game for the High Plains Commander. And win or lose, he's found out a lot about his team tonight.
he had seen them come back in 3 of the 4 games they had played. But as he told us, that's not the competition we're going to play against Texas A&M. So he knows that his ball club was resilient all the way through. Now it's time for the hands team of Texas A&M and the onside kick being prepared for by Texas Tech.
So Torres comes out. Donnie Corona has been virtually flawless tonight. Kickoffs, field goal attempts, he did have 1 block. But if he could pull a rabbit out of his hat right now.
He needs a high hopper. You know, you're not fooling anyone now. There's no surprise onside kick. And look who's on the hands team for Texas A&M. Quarterback Ryan Tannehill.
That's dangerous. What a tough kid. He's a receiver, folks, first and foremost. Here we go. We got the bounce. And it's recovered by A&M with 29 seconds to go.
And 0 timeouts for Texas Tech. So it's victory formation time for Texas A&M.
Looks like Tannehill may have even taken one for the team, throwing his body in the way somewhere.
Did he go up and block the front wall to allow the guys behind him to catch the ball? Because that's what you have to do. If you're not getting the football, you have to go block the the guys coming down kickoff coverage to keep everything clean.
Watch
so Tannehill, yeah, that's him in the back. See him coming forward? No, he's back there helping assist with the catch.
And the Aggies will take a knee, and that should do it. Texas A&M gets the hanks off of him, as my father would say.
In a big way. You talk about a sigh of relief. You can hear all the way to College Station right now. And they had to battle the whole way, which I think is actually valuable for them. That they had to battle to keep this lead as opposed to just a blowout game to get rid of it.
45-40, the final score. Don't forget, next Saturday, we've got a smoker for you on the FX Game of the Week. We'll be in College Station, where this Texas A&M Aggie squad will host Robert Griffin III and the Sikkim Baylor Bears from Waco. It starts at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. For Charles Davis, Tim Brewster, and our entire crew, I'm Gus Johnson saying so long from Lubbock, where the Aggies prevail 45-40. We'll send you to Kevin Frazier and Marcus Allen in the studio after these commercial messages.